Hi, my name is Alina Wilson with Estimate Mastery, and today in this video, I'd like to show you how I helped one contractor in 1 month bring in $90,389.35 in supplement funds in just 1 month using Xactimate and following the process we teach here at Estimate Mastery. I'm going to show you the 3 things that we did to help them. And he's not a unicorn. You can do this too. So let's go take a look at how you can start getting paid using Xactimate and in your supplement process. So let's dive in here to how we got these results for that contractor and other members of Estimate Mastery here in our group. So 3 key things I need you to know, okay? First off, it matters how you write your estimate and what you include in that estimate. So consistency is key here. I was just talking to a contractor this morning that was overwhelmed by supplements and, had done some outsourcing and now they want to bring it back in-house, or they might outsource some of them. Doesn't matter. Their main complaint was that anyone that they taught to write the estimate or they had outsourced to just stopped asking for certain line items because they say, you know what, Christine, they're not going to get paid. That's what they would tell the contractor. And it's consistency that's key because you don't know when they're going to start paying what they didn't pay last week. The one thing I can tell you about this industry is it always is changing. They're going to find something else to deny, but they might have approved that line item that you thought, oh, they'll never pay that. Give them credit. They may wake up one day and start paying O&P. I've seen it happen. So I ask for the same things in the same way every single time. I don't care which carrier it is. I'm going to submit that estimate with all of my line items that I know are needed, with all of the flashings that they supposedly don't pay, all the, overhead and profit or other code related items that they don't want to, they will never pay. I still put them in the estimate because if you don't ask for it, they can't ever say yes if it's not in there. Also, if you need to take it to appraisal or something like that, you need all the line items in the estimate along the way so that it's not a surprise when you're going to appraisal. Oh, no, don't use that estimate. We have a new estimate for you. You don't want to do that. You want to start off with the right foot with the full package. And then if you need to remove as you go along the way, that's okay. But I would say start with asking for everything plus overhead and profit. There is one caveat to this. I will totally admit that there are some adjusters that you have known maybe for years or have submitted over 50 estimates to, and they're not going to pay supervisory hours. That's okay in those very, very, very rare instances where I've worked with the guy for so long, he's never going to pay supervisory hours. I know that, but don't treat a whole insurance company that way. You may have these rare instances where it's just like, I know if I send Jerry my estimate without supervisory, he's going to pay everything, even the overhead and profit. So why am I going to draw out the length of the file, all of that? But that's very nuanced things that you're going to get to learn along the process. And there's a lot of new people in the industry right now. You're probably not there yet. That's for a couple years down the road, figuring out these nuances. Anyhow, all of that to say, write the same estimate the same way every time, no matter what insurance company, unless you have an adjuster who's just like, yeah, that guy's never going to pay this certain line item. That's fine. The other thing I want you to know about your estimate is you should include all the supporting evidence in the Xactimate estimate itself, your code, your manufacturer's specifications, your OSHA requirements, and then all of the photos that are pertinent to the supplement or pertinent to the damage. If you're not writing a supplement estimate, you're just submitting an estimate. Include everything that's needed so that the adjuster can just take a look and write the check. If you have a bunch of extraneous verbiage and photos and all this junk in your estimate, that just makes the process longer for the adjuster. We're all human beings. We've got plenty to do. I don't need to decipher your estimate. Neither does an adjuster. So just include the pertinent items that you need on that first pass. And that will help you also with the discussion of your estimate with the adjuster. So just include what you need. Also, don't go the other direction and just don't include any justification for why you're asking for a supplement. Don't include any photos as to why, the decking is affected or a flashing is affected or what have you for those supplement items. So there's a line to walk. You don't want to include nothing, but also don't overwhelm and inundate the adjuster, and you're going to have a much better time with these people. I promise you that picking a lane and sticking with it and being consistent will help you not only rinse and repeat the process, so it's super easy for you to write the same estimate same way every time. You're also going to have everything there that the adjuster needs, and the conversation will go a lot smoother. So secondly, what you need to do, it matters how you submit the estimate. Again, just send the Xactimate. a short email. Hey, will you let me know when you've received this? And either email me back any questions you have or call me, whatever your take is. Some people don't like to, have their phone ringing off the hook. You probably want to talk to the adjuster at some point to discuss the estimate, but upon that initial pass of submitting the estimate, just the Xactimate with everything that's, needed, without overloading that estimate, I would say don't, send in your Xactimate, the codes, a link to the photos, unless you have a ton of photos. Sometimes you do have to send a link. Eagle View, one-click code, all these attachments to your first email. The adjuster sees that, hits their inbox. What does it do? It's going to go to the bottom of their inbox. That looks like a bunch of noise and a bunch of just, insanity that he's going to have to look through. Don't want to overwhelm him. So I'd say quick email as, next steps. Here's my estimate. Here's the next step I want you to take, Mr. Adjuster, and see the attached estimate. The estimate has everything he needs to write the check. Probably not going to happen on the first pass, but in the event that that could happen, everything's there for them. So that's why, secondly, it matters how you submit the estimate. Don't overwhelm them. Don't, just throw everything to the kitchen sink at them. Make it very simple and easy, and it's going to pay off in the long run. And lastly, the third thing that I think you need to understand about this process, especially if you're new to the industry, like I said in the beginning, consistency is key. So once you submit that estimate to the adjuster, follow up, follow up, follow up. Now, I am hearing out in the industry that there are adjusters that are saying, yeah, I can't review that for 7 to 10 days. Yeah, I can't review that for 10 to 15 days. Fine, that's fine. But on the 7th day, I'm going to be calling them. On the 10th day, I'm going to be calling them. On the 15th day, I'm going to be calling them. And it's very simple and easy to do this. Just put a calendar date in your calendar. Hey, got to call Tom Smith on whatever the date is. I have a spreadsheet that we use with our members where we just track when you need to make your next call. We, sort that spreadsheet by date. So the 3 calls that you need to make the day, there they are, at the top of the sheet. And that way we keep on top of the files, because here's what's happening. Human beings are lazy, and if you let the human being be lazy, they are going to go ahead and take that route. So if you're not there with the adjuster, the squeaky wheel really works in this industry, and nobody wants to be the squeaky wheel. It is a little bit extra work to keep organized and call them and keep them accountable to the timeline that they set up, right? They set that timeline, not you. So you're just being a person who's doing their job and being accountable and saying, hey, you said 7 days. Here we are. It's the 7th day. I'm reaching out. And the more that you're the squeaky wheel, the better off you're going to be. And it's easy to take the lazy way out and say, that adjuster never got back to me. But that's why you're not getting paid. So those are the 3 things I think that are the most important in the industry right now that you can take away. And consistency overall is going to be your best friend. Just do the same way in the same direction every time. If something rare comes up, you'll be able to handle it because you've got a rinse and repeat process. So if there's any problems or any deviations, that's fine because you already have a machine that's working for you because you're consistently doing these things in the same way every time. It's a beautiful thing. So if you like this video, please be sure to like it down below. If you enjoy the content we put out here at Estimate Mastery, please consider subscribing. We release videos like this every Tuesday. My name is Alina Wilson with Estimate Mastery. If you'd like more information on our training, go ahead and email us at info@estimatemastery.com. Go check out our website. We have a couple of good commonly missed line items you can go download there at estimatemastery.com. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'll be back next Tuesday with more of this, so I'll see you next week.